Hi Gemini, welcome to your December 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. This reading is general, so please keep that in mind. It may resonate, it may not, but in general, only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Gemini. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Gemini and cross-watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Alright Gemini, let's jump right on in and see what's happening in your love life in December. What do you need to know about your love life at this time? Who you've been thinking about? Who you may have yet to meet? Let's see. Tell me about Gemini's love life in December, Spirit. Tell me about Gemini's love life in December. All right, let's see. A date. Okay. You know, Aquarius had this card. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, if you have strong Aquarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Aquarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. And it says, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. So I wonder if there's someone you kind of have a crush on, Gemini, that you've been kind of going back and forth, asking out, wanting to ask out, or even for some of you, you guys are going to have someone that comes forward to say that they want to take you out, they're interested in you. Maybe some of you guys, again, have like reactivated your social media, may start to kind of dress up, go to some holiday events, see who you can reel in to as a potential new person. But I do feel, Gemini, you're trying to welcome into your life a new interest, a new chapter, a new love. I do feel that something didn't work out in November, that you had to end. Someone may have broken up with you, but Spirit says it's run its course, whatever was in the past. And I feel right now, Gemini, you're kind of okay with that. Maybe you guys were the ones to break things off. I don't know. But now it's like, all right, I am back out there to attract whoever comes my way. Whatever new love experience happens. And I feel it's happening in December for a lot of you guys. I wonder even for some of you, if you did go through a breakup for a bit, you just wanted to heal, you just wanted to be single, to kind of recharge yourself, kind of understand why everything had to happen this way for some of you guys. But now the playing field is being set up. Okay, and I feel if you guys are getting invited to go out, whether that's with friends, I feel that's where you're going to meet someone new who you guys are going to lock eyes with, exchange phone numbers, exchange social media, and it's going to be hot and popping from there on out. And others of you who have already met this person, you've been starting to talk to this person, I feel you guys are going to have plans in the near future of going out on a date that is going to be something memorable, remarkable. So I'm seeing someone with a beauty mark around the corner of their mouth, and the letter T is sticking out to me, as in Tyler, as in Trisha. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone. Does not have to be the case. But let's go ahead and pull some more cards. With this new energy, when this person meets Gemini, or if they already met Gemini, what do they want to tell Gemini? I can't stop thinking about you. Okay, yeah. This person has you on their mind, Gemini. They check their phone to see if you read their messages. They see and wait for your phone calls, for your texts. You've been on their mind since you guys have first met. And if you guys haven't met, I feel from that day on, moving forward, you're going to be someone that they can't just stop thinking about. And maybe, Gemini, this is your energy. And if this is the person you're visualizing right now in your third eye, this is exactly someone that you know you've been thinking about, reminiscing, crushing on. This is who I'm talking about here that you will have this date with, for sure. So let's dive on in, because this feels exciting. This feels like something that you've been wanting to welcome into your life, been wanting to set up for your life. A new chapter, new era, new you. December is the month where it all unfolds for you guys. So let's see. With the tarot, I'm going to ask how do they feel about you right now? What do they think about you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection that they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? What are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Gemini? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? Oh dear, okay. So let's get this on. Interesting. The Six of Cups has been the card of this series. I wonder if this is because we're in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Mercury is going retrograde by the end of the month, so it's like we're all kind of feeling these past energies come up and come forward. But like I said, Gemini, I don't feel this is a past person, but I feel maybe for some of you guys, you're just so afraid of the past repeating itself, getting involved with people who don't reciprocate, who you just get bored with, who you kind of start to detach from. I think that's something you are protecting yourself from. And this person, whoever this new person is going to pick up on that you are kind of keeping your space because you want to further analyze. You want to get to know this person before you jump all in. Maybe that was a pattern you used to do back in the day when you met someone and you kind of started thinking about them all the time. You already started planning out how everything was going to be. It turned out to disappoint you. So this time around, you're just like, all right, I'm going to see, wait it out, feel it out. But this person's desire for you, Gemini, is growing more and more each and every day that they can't stop thinking about you, the want for you, the want to get to know you. I mean, I feel right now in this moment, they're even excited to see you. They just want to see your face again. They just want to be around you. The type of person that like is very touchy-feely, almost as if they have to know that in order for them to communicate that they like you, they touch your thigh, they touch your hip, they put an arm around you, they touch your face maybe. It's going to be one of those people that has to even show that they like you through physical touch. That is consensual, of course. But anyway, bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Taurus energy, Capricorn energy for me as a reader. You could be dealing with those signs. You could have those signs strongly in your chart. Doesn't have to be the case. But what I feel with the Hierophant is this. Yeah, I feel like you guys have learned a lot about yourselves through past disappointments in love and romance. I do feel that you guys have been kind of looking up certain things online about karmic relationships, about soulmate relationships, about telepathic connections, about energetic bonds, and you've learned a lot about your specific plan in all this as far as love goes. And maybe some of you have identified the behaviors and patterns that you were attracting in past romances that you guys really have evolved from and healed from. And I do feel, Gemini, this time forward, you are going to pay more attention to certain behaviors that may start to ring the alarms early on. And for those of you that have been playing go fish in dating, as far as seeing if someone works out, if not, you'll cut it loose. You've been very selective about who you spend your time and energy with. And it's not in a snobby way, it's not in a conceited way, but it's in a way where you kind of already figured out if this is going to work or not. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I want something that I know I can commit to, someone I know I can devote myself to, someone that sees and believes, and we're on the same page as far as everything that we want for our love life. You're looking for someone that is committed, is devoted, and I feel for Gemini, you want to find something a little bit more serious in your life. So that's why you're not playing games. That's why you're not wasting time. But with the Hierophant, I do feel there's someone that during this whole go fish type of thing, you found someone that has potential, you feel. And let me tell you something, Gemini. I think they're really, really into you. I think they already are getting excited about spending more time with you, that this could build into something as a commitment down the road. Already they feel that way, even if it's been a few days, weeks. They've already told some people about you. Some of you could be teachers, life coaches, therapists, healers, as far as your career goes. But anyway, let's jump right on in. So how they feel about you right now is the Two of Wands, Aries energy. They want to set something into motion, Gemini. They feel ready to start putting themselves out there, to text you, to call you, to ask you out. They want to get the ball rolling. They feel ready to move forward with you. And I feel in December, you're starting to see that more and more. Their engagement, their interest. And I do feel, Gemini, that they are starting to ask you about your goals, your plans. What are you looking for in your life right now? But they definitely see or feel like there's something that could be potentially really compatible between the two of you. This person is impulsive. This person is definitely very passionate, and they definitely go a lot off of their feelings, maybe more than you do. And that's something that you're starting to notice. This is someone who is very much excited to start something here. They feel guided to. I almost called you Pisces. So maybe there's a Pisces crosswatcher or a Gemini that has strong Pisces in their chart. But Gemini, they do feel like they envision something that they're always starting to plan, as far as what restaurant they want to take you to impress you, what types of events are going on in the neighborhood, in the town, in the city that you guys live in, that they want to show you around to. But they feel very excited, and they feel very determined here to make something out of this, Gemini, with you. What they think about you is the Moon card. All right, so Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader. So they do find you very hard to read. They don't know how you feel right now about them in this situation. They find that you are very good at putting a mask on or covering your feelings, or just kind of switching it up to see what they'll do with it. They are uncertain where you stand on this situation, what you think about the situation. But honestly, it kind of intrigues them more. Makes them wonder how they can uncover more of you, how they could get into this deeper sense of you that they already kind of feel is there, but they just haven't seen it yet. So they are curious. They are intrigued about how much more to yourself that they have yet to discover. Some of you could be psychic, intuitive, and they already are starting to see that about you, as far as like you're the type of person that can finish people's sentences. You are someone that already knows how a movie or a TV show is going to end before the ending happens. They are sensing that there's something very mysterious about you, Gemini, that they really like. Some people can't stand that. Some people just want someone that is upfront from the get-go, but they like the complexity of who you are, and they're ready to uncover more about you. They want to. They definitely visualize, daydream, fantasize about you. That's kind of adding to this I can't stop thinking about you. Some of their daydreams are about what your next date will be like. Some of them are wondering a little bit more intimate things, how you're like in bed, how you perform. They're definitely thinking about that, Gemini. What they like the most about you is the Queen of Swords. Libra energy. So yeah, I definitely feel you guys are a no BS type of person as far as explaining yourselves. You are someone that is pretty direct, but you also guard a lot of yourself. You definitely have been through it in love and romance, whether that was just an experience of going date after date, being disappointed, or going through a significant heartbreak that you have learned from. And that you are someone that starts to analyze, dissect, and make decisions pretty quickly about certain things in your life, certain things that can help you evolve, or certain things that need to be cut. They find you to be very intelligent. They find you to be someone that, even if it's hard to get to know you, you are someone that, if something is bothering you, if something isn't rubbing you the right way, or even if something does intrigue you, you'll kind of engage with it. You will talk about it. You will express yourself in a way that makes how you feel about a situation very clear. as far as things that are going on in everyday life. It feels more in regards to, the news, politics, philosophies. It feels more on that general level than it does your inner feelings, your inner thoughts about this situation and this connection. But you definitely know how to keep a conversation going. You are definitely very insightful. And you're someone that they respect, honestly. You put off that energy to be respected. And that you're not going to tolerate anyone that's going to try to play you, is going to try to use you. You're not that type. There is someone that likes to wear silver jewelry that I'm seeing. What they don't like about you is the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So for some of you, they may see that you're taking your time right now. You don't show the green flag or the green light until you see a full harvest. You are kind of waiting to act on as far as speaking your mind about the situation or putting your feelings out there until you see the full potential. But they may feel like you have a lot of expectations as far as that goes, which you may do. I don't know. And that's just reasonable for someone who may have been disappointed or healed through a bad relationship. But they may find you to be very slow as far as your responses to their messages or their text messages or their calls. They may find you to be someone who is waiting for them to act on everything first, to put themselves out there. But they may kind of think, especially with the moon card sometimes, that you're just still not certain about this. You're not certain about them. You're not certain about moving forward in this. And that does kind of bum them out. But is there just something you're waiting to see more than it is you kind of doubting this? Someone is very picky with their food as well. I'm just throwing that out there. Now, what they like the most about this connection is the Six of Cups. Scorpio energy. Now, for some of you guys, I do feel this new energy, this new date, this new love, meeting someone new is healing the past for you or for them, whoever has been kind of going through the gutter in love and romance in the last few months of the year. So it definitely has put into perspective that the past is in the past. With this new love coming in, I'm ready to see what more can be done so I can finally leave the past behind. And it may be difficult for someone to leave the past behind if they have kids with that past person. But having you there, it's a nice distraction from the drama of the past. Others of you, I have to say, this is correlating with the I can't stop thinking about you. The daydreams they have, the fantasies, the reminiscing, that's everything that they experience on a daily basis since they've met you, Gemini. And I feel that this person is a romantic, is very imaginative, and whereas they could be clairvoyant in some way. But yeah, this is all correlating back to what it would be like to take you out, what it would be like to call you theirs, what it would be like to have you in their home, wake up to every morning. These are all the thoughts that they think about when they find themselves thinking about you. What they don't like about this connection is the Hermit card, Virgo energy. So there is some distance here that they feel. Again, the hard to read, not knowing where you're at. They're not sure if they're doing everything right or if there's more they should be doing. They do feel like you're withdrawn a little bit. You're keeping your distance. But I think what they don't see from that is that you're trying to figure out if this is right for you. And I think that's fair for you to have. But be aware that with this new energy and with the feelings of the Two of Wands, of the excitement, the ready to go, if it takes too long for someone to decide here if this is something they're going to give a shot, they're going to give a chance, it may push someone away. And they may feel at times, Gemini, that you push them away just to try to figure it all out, just to try to observe and analyze everything that they're doing, everything that they're saying. Is this in alignment with what you want? And they're wondering how long it's going to take for you to be ready, for you to be secure, for you to figure out that I'm ready to move forward in this. It's hard for them to pull you out of your shell at times. They're starting to understand, or they're starting to think recently about this. Or that when you do go quiet on them, where it takes hours, maybe a couple days to reply back, they wonder what you're thinking that whole time. Highest hopes within this, Gemini, is the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. They're hoping that slowly but surely you'll start to open up more emotionally into this. You'll start to be a bit more vulnerable, emotionally available, that you will be driven by your feelings of this and trust those feelings. And to be a little bit more daring with your love, a little bit more daring with your actions towards showing them that you are starting to like them, you are starting to develop feelings here. That even if you may appear to be shy or hard to read, that's something by the end of the month you'll do or say that will indicate that there are feelings there, that you do reciprocate those feelings, and you do want to move forward in a romantic interest to develop this further, to grow this further between the two of you. Someone could drive a silver car as well. But the deepest fears is justice. Interesting. So this is Libra energy again. And with justice, it kind of seems like your mind will be made up that, the jury's out on this. And after everything you kind of observed, analyzed with all the conversations you've had, your mind's made up that this is just not right for you, that you don't feel like this is a match. You don't feel like this is something that you want to give a try, that you want to work on. And once your mind's made up, it's pretty made up here, especially with the Queen of Swords that we saw, right? And for whoever, whether this is you, Gemini, or the other person, for whoever has a bit of a shell, whoever is protecting themselves and may be hard to read, in order to kind of figure out what someone will do with that, how someone will respond to not giving everything away immediately, or whatever it is that someone's trying to work as a strategy in their favor to better understand the whole situation if it's right for them. Someone may be afraid that eventually someone will give up despite the lack of action, despite the lack of communication. That makes it very understandable about how someone feels and how someone sees the situation. And they may decide to put an end to this, feeling like they don't have another choice. And that's what someone may fear is a miscalculation as far as what they're trying to do with this. And that maybe, that their mind is taking more control of the situation than their heart is. And what I mean by that is that they were willing to listen to or pay attention to the patterns and behaviors that's happened in the past with love. When I felt this before, when I gave this a chance before, it hurt me. Despite if I feel differently about this situation now, I'm doing what's right as far as what's rational, what's practical. And to protect myself, I'll just still keep a distance and put an end to it. Instead of acting on my desires, acting on my love, and giving this a chance. All right, Gemini. To see what this person is going to do in the near future, what's likely to happen in the upcoming days and weeks of all this, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. But before we go, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from this deck here, and I'm going to see if there's anything else Spirit wants to tell you about this connection, about this situation, anything else you need to know about this new love happening in your life, this new energy that's trying to make its way to you. Anything else that Gemini needs to know? Oops, there we go. Flew out of there. And you have this card. And it says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So that's what Spirit is guiding you to do. Whether that is to give this a chance to kind of go on this date and see what happens, or if some of you are kind of still needing more time, or maybe even as much as this person likes you, you may not reciprocate the same feelings. Maybe it's time to rip the Band-Aid off a bit now before it gets a bit harder down the road as you keep this going. You know what to do for yourself, Gemini. In your heart, you know what's right. So go with your heart, listen to your heart, and then everything else will fall in place for you. All right, well, to see what's going to happen in the near future, are they going to ask you out? Are you going to go on this date? What will happen on this date? Should anything happen? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, what they're likely to do in the near future, and pull some more cards as well to dive deeper into this. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find a link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Gemini, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. It gave you the clarity, insight, healing, guidance that you're looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.